Hi there, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually going to be doing a video about my writing and editing process because I received a few emails from people asking me how I do it. So I thought that I would show you how I go about doing it. It's not an in-depth process that you need like a degree to do it. It works for me, and if it works for you, then I will be very glad that it helped. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the camera and I'm going to show you on my laptop, and so it's going to be almost like a vlog type thing because I'm going to be moving the camera around. So please excuse if I make you seasick or something. So I hope that you enjoy the video. I love being creative and trying new things in my journey through life. Writing best practices, tips and tricks, sharing updates on my own writing and books with different tutorials sprinkled in between. I enjoy sharing my knowledge. There's music covers and original pieces written and composed by me. Handmade jewelry reveals, sewing videos, other crafts, poetry reading, book reviews, and many, many more. Come and join me on this journey and let's have fun together. Okay, so my projects are saved into different folders and they're also backed up onto my hard drive just to make sure I don't lose any manuscripts. So I'm going to go to my manuscript folder and then you'll see my 3 books over there, and I'm going to show you the third one. It's the one I just wrote for NaNoWriMo last year but did not finish. You'll see that I've covered it with a piece of paper just so that it doesn't really show what I've written. You'll also see that I first write on Microsoft Word. This is because it just makes it easier for me before I transfer it over. So if you look at my layout, you'll see that I've already made my document an A5 size, and I have also made my chapter font and positioning where it needs to be, and also the font and size of the content of my chapter is also what it needs to be, just so that I know what it looks like and I know how many pages will be in the chapter, so that I don't just keep writing and writing, because I like to have a certain amount of pages in a chapter. Because as a reader, I know that I don't like reading books that have a lot of pages in one chapter. So because of this, I'm also making my book that way too, just so I don't irritate myself. So what I do when I'm writing, I just note the amount of words. If you can actually see at the bottom, the amount of words that I've written before I start writing, and then afterwards I make a note of what the amount is afterwards, and I calculate how much I've written. And then I update my daily writing tracker. While I'm writing, I also often need to refer back to my storyline or my storyboard outline and my series Bible for character and setting info. So let me show you that quickly. This is my storyboard outline. I just need to put my third book in there. Because I changed the name of my third book. It was going to be Brontide. I've now changed it to Metanoia because Metanoia just suits the storyline better than what Brontide does. I've also decided that in the beginning of each of the books, I'm going to be putting on the first page what each word means, just for those people that don't know the meaning of the words, and then they don't have to go and find a dictionary. They can just read it. I'm going to also just blank this out because obviously the books haven't been published yet, so I'll blank out what's on here. But what I do is also I try and put I'm no artist, like I say, I'm no artist, but I try and do an example of what I'd like my book cover to look like before each 3-act story structure that I have for the story. And then what I do is I put each one in a different color. So Act 1 is blue, Act 2 is pink, the background color, and then Act 3 was white. Is that white? But now, as you can see, Act 3 is longer than Epiphany. I did the same was Act 1, and then Act 2 was yellow, but I changed the cards as well. And then Act 3 was green, and I changed the card color as well. And then I was very lucky to find proper cards now for when I did the third book. So this is Metanoia. Like I said, I'm not like an artist, but that's supposed to be a phoenix, in case you don't know. And then Act 1 is the yellow background with the blue cards. Act 2 is the blue background with the yellow cards. And Act 3 is the green background with the orange cards. And yeah, that's just the Abby Emmons 3-act story structure. And that's what I go back to, because so while I'm writing, I check what needs to be in each act of the book. And for the info, I have my series Bible, and it's one that I made myself. So I've got, what I'll do is I'll link in the description block below. I'll link the character mapping, my Patreon account, so you can actually go and get it on my Patreon account. And I've got it for each of my characters. So I've got my character sketch, and then each of my characters, which I've got like a picture of how I've explained them to be. Some of them are famous people, which I've done. I think I've done a post about this. Was it yeah, I've done a post about this. In fact, it's my most saved Pinterest post, is especially because of Ian Somerhalder. Everyone keeps saving just his picture. I don't even think they actually look at the blog post. But yeah, couldn't find a person to be the character that I wanted it to be, so then what I did was I would make avatars of them. I actually can't remember what the website was that I used to create the avatars, but what I'll do is when I do the video, I'll link it in the description block below if you want to go and make your own avatars. And then I've got all my characters, yeah, so it's even the small characters, the main characters, and all of those. And then I've got foreshadowing, reminders, places, and info in the story, which is just so that there's small info things that I need to know, like her car that she gets and where she goes, where she runs away to. And then I've got pages for extra info in case I need to add anything. And then obviously also my Sky's house photo ideas. So it's just basically what her house is supposed to look like. So when I explain it, I try and explain the photos that I see here. And I've got for all the different rooms. And then I've just got like the setting, the location info. So it's Scotland. So it's a lot of different things that are on the Isle of Skye, the flowers, all the different types of flowers, because they go hiking sometimes, so we need to know that. And then also just all extra notes and things like that. So I often refer back to these two books, so I can have that info for when I write. So once I've finished editing or writing and editing the manuscript and it's actually ready, I would then transfer it onto InDesign or the Kindle Create application, which I'm not going to do right now because obviously it's quite a process and I haven't done it for this book yet. But I will link the video that I did on it up in the up at the top, and you can go and have a look when I did over there, because I did do like a short tutorial on it. I haven't yet mastered Scrivener, but I am going to get some time and maybe look at YouTube videos like Abby Emmons, because I know she shows you how to use Scrivener. So I'm going to be doing that just so that I can work it out, because it's apparently a brilliant application for writers, and I do have the program, so I need to use it. And then once I've done my typography and all of that, then I can upload it onto KDP and then also send it off to printers if I need to have any printed over here. I have been getting my ISBN numbers on my own through our National Library lately, but that just gives me more control over the printing. But you can also get your ISBN numbers through KDP directly as well. Okay, so now onto the editing. I'm currently still on the first draft of my editing for Iridescent. It's taken me a bit of time because I'm doing so many other things as well. So I'm going to basically just explain the first draft because that's what I've done so far. What I'm going to put on the screen now is I just took a photo so that it's nicer. It's nicer than me holding the camera and trying to keep it steady. Okay, so these are my tools that I've got for editing. So first of all, I've printed my manuscripts at my printer so that I can work on the hard copy, which I actually prefer. You'll see that I've put them, both manuscripts are there, the first two, because I'm obviously still writing the third one, and they are in a file, which just makes it easier for me to work with. The hard copy, as I said, is what I prefer because I just work better with the hard copy of stuff. That's also like the actual book of something. I don't know, that's just a preference of mine. As you can see, I've also got post-its and neon tabs, a red pen, marked highlighters, and then obviously coffee. You can't go without your coffee. Well, I can't. The highlighters are marked as follows. So I'm going to put the highlighters on the screen now as well so that you can see what they look like. I just printed the labels out on Microsoft Word, or I typed them out in Microsoft Word and I printed them and I've put them on with sellotape. So the blue is to check the tense, because sometimes when you're writing you might change the tense of your story to past tense or present tense. So that's just so that I can make sure that I keep it in the same tense. Yellow, add imagery. I think that explains itself. Green, check the facts. Dark green, fix inner monologue. Bright pink, spelling and grammar. Orange, add character info. Dark pink, fix dialogue line, and then peach is remove. So that's like anything I want removed. I also have purple, which is for remove filter words, but that will only be used in the second edit because otherwise there's just too many things I have to focus on in the first edit. So that will only be done. Then once my first edit is done, I will fix it. I fix it on Microsoft, which I will be doing. I'll fix it on Microsoft Word, and then I will reprint it again and then start from the beginning again. They say, like with authors, by the time you finish editing and you now send it to your editor, you know your book backwards and forwards and every other which way, and you know your characters very well because you've done so many edits on them. So that's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed the video and that it was helpful, and if it was, if you can please give it a thumbs up, I would appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed already, if you can please do so and click that subscription block below, and also click on the bell notification so that you can be notified when I upload a video. And then in the description block below, you will also find all of my social media, including my blog, which is where you'll find more content from me. And if you go to www.patreon.com/Ondeane Lourens, you will find more content from me, and also it's the best place for you to support what I do on this channel, and then also what I do on my blog. And also that's where you'll find the character map if you are interested in doing it. I haven't added all the other stuff as well. There's a few planner things I want to add there because as you know, I create planners. I wanted to put some there for you to download certain pages of the planner, especially if you're a writer, because I've got a writing tracker, and there's just a few things that you might like separately and not want to buy the whole planner. I hope that you have a lovely day further. Enjoy your moments. Goodbye.